Good morning. Good morning, Missy and Becca and Nana and a little of this and that and pink, funky, and vintage artifacts. Jewel John, welcome in. Good morning. Hey, the Nilla Gorilla, welcome in. How's everyone on Thursday? The week went really fast. It's Thursday already, you guys. Holy cow. Hey, Country Roads, how are you? How's West Virginia today? So I wanted to talk about two specific things today. So I'm going to kind of let us get a little crowd and then we'll start chatting. Hey, Tammy Tam. Everybody read the show notes and make sure you're following each other. If you see someone new in chat, give them a follow. And if you're a seller, please shout out, when your next show is, or if you're new and you're having a first show coming up, please make sure and shout that out. And good morning, Tam Tam. Thrifty Deb is here. Legacy SS is here. Allie is here. You are so welcome. All right, read the show notes. Make sure you follow everybody. Make sure you have those 4-starred bullets that are in the show notes screenshotted for reference, for future reference if you need it. And did anyone watch yesterday's show that was on Whatnot Sellers? They interviewed Shop Happy, and it was a good show. She talked a lot about different things to motivate you and, what she does and all about her. And so it was a really good show. So hopefully you watched that. Country Roads was there. Awesome. Tam Tam makes personalized shirts, having a show tonight. Everyone go bookmark that. Let me make sure I've got you followed and I will attempt to bookmark it. Let me just check. Oh, I don't see a show on your schedule, Tam Tam. So we can't bookmark it. Get it in there and then we can bookmark it for you. A little of this and a little of that. Let me get you followed. And first show today, 6:30, right? Well, that's my time. Okay, got it bookmarked. And I love that you already have some other shows on there, but it's the same one. So you've got a duplicate of the one that you already have scheduled. So make sure you update that second one and give it a different day and time so that you have a second show for people to bookmark. Because when I look at your profile, you've got 2 shows scheduled, but they're for the same day and time. So just edit the second one and change it to a different day. Don't cancel it. Change it to a different day and time so you have a second show for everyone to bookmark. All right. So let's see. So yeah, Tam Tam, if you want us, or Tammy Tam, if you want us to bookmark it, you've got to do it while we're here. And you should always have shows scheduled in advance because that's how people can start finding it and get it bookmarked. Once you're established and you do pop-ups, then it's okay. But, when you're new, you should always have it scheduled in advance. Welcome in, Amber. Welcome in, Kathy P. And Ms. Roxy's Randomness. So everybody read the show notes. Please give each other a follow. And feel free to shout out in the chat when you have shows coming up that we can bookmark for you. And yeah, I was pointing out that when you come into shows like this, you need to have some shows on your schedule. One, so people can bookmark them for you. But also, when you have a show scheduled, make sure you have additional shows already on the schedule so people can bookmark those shows. So Pawtastic Designs, hey there. You have shows every Sunday. Dog collars and bandanas. Awesome. So Pawtastic Designs. Let's make sure we get them. I know I'm following you. Let's get some of those shows coming up bookmarked. And if I recall, don't you hand make some of those? The collars and bandanas. So super cute. And she's got lots of shows on the schedule. If you're seeing me here bookmarking those. So please bookmark those shows. And that's what your, if you have a consistent, like Pawtastic says, every Sunday, right? There is no reason for you not to have every Sunday book scheduled out for as long as, you want to. So she's got them all on there. Everybody can go in and bookmark all those shows. And then by the time she has that one that's furthest scheduled out, you've gathered a lot more bookmarks than you would have if you only scheduled it a few days before or a week before. Okay. So make sure you get shows scheduled. That's my number one tip on my top 10 tip list. Okay. All right. Today I have a couple of things I want to talk about specifically. Hey, Jar Lori and Arfree and Sam, Samaby and Go Bolt. Go Bolts. Got it. Go Bolts. All right. So the two things I wanted to talk about. One is gifting. Everybody needs to learn about gifting and why that can make a big difference for you as a seller, and why it can also make a big difference for you as a seller in the sense of getting some attention. So it's a marketing tool for you for getting sales. It's a marketing tool that you can use to get attention. So gifting, let's talk about it. All right, so everybody, if you look at the shop, my shop on your screen, okay, what do you see in the little shop? There's a picture of something. It's a item in my Buy It Now that are stickers. So everybody click on the shop on your screen, okay, and then click over to the Buy It Now. So I just clicked on that picture of those stickers, and then I went into the Buy It Now, okay, and then scroll down to the third item listed there, and it's right there, okay. Now I put just a few units back in here of those, and I put them at $1 because I wanted to show you, to illustrate something. All right, so most of the time you can pick up something like bulk stickers. You can buy them, lots of different places, and you can list them in your Buy It Now for $1 or $2 and put it in as envelope shipping, which I'll pin that in a little bit if you don't know how to use envelope shipping. So that when you push that item, like if you were to pretend you wanted to buy it right now, look at the shipping rate for that item. So click Buy It Now. Nobody has to buy it. I'm just showing you. What does it show you the shipping rate is? Someone tell me in chat what it shows you that's going to cost you to ship it if you were to buy it right now. What does it show you? 73 cents. Okay, so that's the envelope rate because I have that one set up as stickers, sticker category, and then the shipping weight is envelope. Okay, you have to have that option toggled on. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. All right, so now click off that item, and so back in here, just looking at that item, see the little gift thing next to the buy now? There's a little, sorry, I'm walking, so I'm kind of jerky, but the little present gift symbol, click that so that you can see how this comes up. So here's the different options for gifting. You can send by username. So you can choose someone in Whatnot. Usually if you do that, you pick someone who's in the show. because you're kind of trying to get some attention for, gifting to someone. So you can type their name in there, and as long as they've opted in for gifts, it will allow you to choose them and send them the gift. Or you can gift to chat. And if you've been in shows where that happens, it makes that fun little bloop noise. That's why people call it blooping. And it's a lot of fun to do. It just randomly picks someone in the show and sends them that gift. Okay, so Gmosh Thrift Shop is saying with tax, it's going to be $1.83. Okay, so it's marketing money. For $1.83, you can send little gifts in shows of people that you want their audience to notice you. Okay, do it strategically, do it for fun. And gift to chat is probably the best one for getting attention because it does that little bloop thing and everybody notices. Okay. And usually the seller will shout you out, "Oh, thank you so much, so-and-so, for gifting to chat." Okay. Who are you? What do you do? They might even go as far as that. All right. And then the last option is to send by address. And this is fun. If you see something in someone's Buy It Now that you were like, "Oh my gosh, my sister would love that," and she's not on Whatnot, you can just click that and send it to your sister or whatever. Okay. And here's the awesome thing about that as far as a seller's perspective. I love to gift, and I know a lot of other people who love to gift. And if you'll get your Buy It Now loaded with good stuff, especially smaller, lightweight items that are, either that 73-cent option or, maybe just the lower $4, $5 rate, people are going to buy those and support you as a new seller. Please get your Buy It Now loaded and put some of that kind of stuff in there so that people can buy it to support you, and you get some extra sales, and that's huge for when you're trying to get that first 1,000 sales. Okay, so get some stuff in there, and I'll pin that envelope shipping guide and go over that again in a few minutes. All right, any questions about gifting? Let me give you another tip. Okay, if you're in a show and you want to give a gift and you don't want to pay shipping, okay, go to the sold tab. So you're in the show, you open the Buy It Now just like we did, and you scroll over to sold. So I opened the bin, you scroll over here. So here's auction, Buy It Now, giveaway, etc. Scroll over to sold. Now, we haven't done anything in here today, but anything that's been purchased in that show shows what they bought and who bought it. Okay? So if you would like to send a gift to someone and you don't want to pay shipping, or you want to pay reduced shipping, choose someone in their show that already bought something. And then you can gift to them for either free or reduced shipping. Okay? And then you get attention, you get that little gift to someone. Maybe it's someone that buys from you regularly. And how fun is that to be able to send them a little gift? Okay? So scroll over to sold, see who bought stuff, maybe gift something to someone who already bought, and then the shipping is going to be reduced for you, and they get a gift. And you get, well, because they paid the shipping already. So if they already bought a couple of items, they probably are close or already above that 1 pound, $9.21. And so then the shipping is free. Does that make sense? Yeah, because it's bundling their shipping. So it may not work on a heavier item. So you wouldn't want to buy them something out of the Buy It Now that's heavy as a gift, because then you are going to pay shipping. So find something lightweight, low cost in the buy it now that you can gift to that friend or person that has bought from you or whoever. Okay? Any questions about that? So gifting, it's huge. Use it, do it. Have it in your buy it now so people can also use it in your shows. I'll be honest with you, it grates on my nerves when I go into people's shows and they have nothing in their buy it now. They talked about that with the interview with Shop Happy yesterday. Load your buy it now. You're missing out on sales. You are leaving money on the table if you don't have stuff in your buy it now. Okay? Now, don't go out and spend a lot of money buying. Oh, thank you, R Free. So, R Free just gifted to Wishbone, random gift. Love it. Okay? So, don't go out and buy a bunch of stuff that may not sell. Be strategic about it. Make sure it's items that you know will sell. Make sure it's something you can pick up for a really low cost, that's cute, trendy. Okay, so another thing I have in my buy it, well, because you notice those stickers were Disney, right? That's huge right now. Everything Disney sells, right? So Disney stickers, people will buy that for someone. Another thing is this one. I put those in there. Barbie. Okay, pick up trendy, cute things, small, lightweight, stickers, postcards, trading cards. Stick a couple of, get a pack of inexpensive trading cards of some kind, and you just do one at a time, $1 for a random Pokemon card, a random Garbage Pail Kid card, a random Barbie trading card, whatever it is. Something that can ship for that envelope rate. All right, let me pin that. Let's see. Do you set gift to chat up just like a regular bin item? No difference. Yeah, no difference. You're just setting it up as a bin item, but do something that has that lighter weight, like stickers that you can set for envelope shipping. So the cards, the stickers, things like that. And there's no difference for you to set it up. You're just listing it. And then that gifting option is always there for people to choose to gift it. Okay. Let's see, off topic, but are you on a walking? I'm on a treadmill. I just have a tripod that sits right next to my treadmill. I can't show you because the camera's in it, but I have a little tripod that's that's a stand, and I just got it on Amazon. You can get they're not like super high quality. I bought this, I think, for like $20 or less. Yeah, so I just have a tripod that came with the phone attachment. So look for one that has that. I'm using 3 devices right now because when I'm on the treadmill, I've got my camera on the tripod right here. And then I've used this iPad kind of as a bigger screen. And then I've got this other phone. I've got this other phone that is an Android, because I like to have both Android and iPhone when I do walk these seller chats so that we can see, both versions. Yeah. Let's see. I guess we have to set up first. Class, every time I'm setting up a giveaway in every show, my regular setting is, but it still charged me for regular mail. Yeah. So you need to, let's go over that. So let me get that pinned. So in my auction tab, one of my tips and trick sheets is the envelope shipping guide. I just pinned that. If you haven't screenshotted this before, just tap the picture. So you just tap the picture of the Tap the picture of the document, tap it again to make it bigger and screenshot it. It's just a boring document. It's just right out of their verbiage. But here's the thing about setting up envelope shipping. You need to turn it on in your regular shipping settings. Okay, in your account shipping settings, make sure you have it turned on. And then you also need to go turn it on in any shows you already had scheduled, because it doesn't automatically update your shipping settings if you update your main profile. So let me show you where that's at. So you go to your account, and then you go down to, or you go to your account and you go to Seller Hub. So in your main profile, seller account, shipping, main profile, Seller Hub, and then you go down to shipping and just click that. And then the very first thing in the domestic, so click domestic shipments, the very first thing in there is that USPS first class mail letter. That needs to be toggled on in your main profile. And then after you've toggled that on and saved that, you see how you need to click save if you toggle it on. Once you've clicked that and saved that, it will be the default setting in all future shows. But if you already had shows scheduled, then you need to go into your shows that you have scheduled. So let's say I needed to toggle it on for this show I'm having later today. So you're going to click the show. You're going to click the three little dots to edit. Click edit show. And then you scroll down to the shipping settings in that exact show, in that specific show. So shipping settings right there. I just scrolled down. It's right under the tags. And then you see more options. Oh, whoops, sorry, that went to the wrong place. See more options, and then domestic, okay? And same thing, toggle on that letter option, okay? And then save. And then, so do that in any shows you already had scheduled, so it updates it. And then when you create a listing that you want to be able to be mailed in an envelope, like stickers, then you need to choose the sticker category. So the item has to be a sticker. Let me show you. Okay. So in the buy it now, those Disney stickers, right there. I'm going to click it and hit edit listing. Okay. See the category that it's in? Category, stickers. You have to choose that category if it's a sticker, or you can choose trading card other, or sports card other. Those are the three categories that you can use for that. And then you need to scroll down to the weight for that item. It needs to be this shipping weight, envelope. Okay, envelope. If you didn't do all of that when you set it up, update it in the show, make sure you have the right category and the right shipping weight, it won't work. So you have to have all those three things set up. All right. Can we only set up giveaway during a show, or can we preset? You should have them preset. Giveaways should be already set up before you go live, especially a buyer giveaway, because you can't set up a buyer giveaway in your show. And, well, you can, but no one will be eligible to win it because they already purchased, and you have to have purchased after the giveaway was already set up. So you should have your giveaways preloaded. Pink Funky, I would use trading card other for the gift cards. And keep in mind on gift cards, don't do them if it's valued over $20. I would not do gift cards for more than $5 as giveaways in envelopes, because you don't want to risk, that they don't get it. And on those gift cards, do the ones where you can print it and send it to them in an envelope, but also when they win, tell them, message me, and I will send you a picture of the code to redeem it. So either way, they can't accuse you of not getting it. Okay? So yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry if I didn't call you out. I've been chatting. So we're talking about gifting, giving gifts, how to set up the envelope shipping. So the envelope shipping guide is pinned there on the screen. Tap that document. And again, the 3 things you have to do. You have to have the option turned on in your shipping settings, in your main profile, and in the exact shows. Once you've updated your main profile shipping settings to allow you to do the letter option, any future shows you scheduled will always have that on them from now on. But if you already had shows scheduled, those shows you'll need to go edit and change the shipping profile to allow you to do the envelopes in that specific show, because it doesn't automatically update your existing shows, because you have the ability to have different shipping profiles in different shows depending on what you're doing. So if you buy an Amazon gift card, you go into Amazon, there's an option to buy a gift card that you print. It's a printable. You want to do that because the other option is email. Well, you don't know who's going to win yet, so you can't email it to anybody. So do the printable. Or if you want, you can buy them, the hard cards. You can buy them and mail them a hard card, but you would have to have that pre-purchased, right? And don't send gift cards that are for more than $5 in that envelope shipping option. That's my advice. You could do one for up to $20. I wouldn't do it just because you risk, having it not get delivered or whatever. And if you send a hard card, do that same thing where you tell them to message you, and you'll give them the winner, tell them to message you, verify that's who won, and then send them a picture of the code so that they can redeem it. But you're going to send it in the mail as well. Okay? So that's how. And, and if that's complicated, don't do gift cards. Just do, other things that you can send in the mail, like stickers, like trading cards, other things like that. All right. So yeah, that envelope shipping guide, you have to have everything set up exactly as it specifies in there, remembering that if you have existing shows, you have to update that existing show to be able to do the envelope shipping. And you've got to use the right category and the right weight, which is sticker or card for the category, and then envelope for the weight. If you're in Canada, I think you choose 0 to 1 ounces. But here in the US, it's the envelope. Okay. Yes, the label will print 4x6. You just need an envelope that's like the size of envelope your bills come in. That 9, it's usually like 9.5 by 4.25 envelope, flat. And it does have to be a paper envelope. You cannot use the envelope shipping option with any kind of poly mailer, bubble mailer, anything like that. It has to be a paper envelope. Okay? It doesn't have to necessarily be white, but it has to be paper, because the regular first class mail, it goes through machines at the post office. They have these automated like roller machines where the mail goes through and gets scanned. And poly mailers won't work in that because they're too smooth and they get caught up in the machine. So it has to be paper. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's gifting. Please put items in your buy it now that people can buy or gift to other people for a low cost, like stickers, trading cards, other flat things. People have sent postcards. I've seen people send like vintage photographs because a lot of people do like the ephemera stuff. So things like that. But it has to be valued at less than $20, whatever it is. It has to be flat. And yeah, so don't get into trying to start sending things that are lumpy, bumpy, thicker than a quarter of an inch. That will come back to you in the mail. Ask me how I know. All right, so be careful about that. So don't try to be too creative. Use things that really will work. Okay. All right. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and welcome everyone that's joining. Please read the show notes. Today I'm talking about two specific things. We just talked about gifting, being able to gift, or having items in your buy it now that people can gift to chat or gift to other people, or buy for themselves, that are low cost items like stickers, trading cards, things like that are flat, that can be mailed in an envelope. You can have other lower cost items as well that can't necessarily ship in an envelope. Have some of those too. And then I was telling everybody about the little trick where you can go into the so everybody click the shop. So on your screen, click that sticker, and then just go into the shop. So up here you can view what's in the auction, you can view what's in the buy it now, you can view the giveaways, you can view sold. So go to sold and anything that has sold. So we can see that that Wishbone was gifted some stickers by R Free. Okay, that's what has sold in the show today. Obviously, we don't sell in these shows very much because we're just doing seller chats. Okay, but R Free was generous, gifted this to Wishbone, and it's stickers, and it's going to come in an envelope. Okay, and they spent like $1.83 doing that. They get noticed for doing that. They get shouted out. They get thanked. It's a way to get noticed. Okay, and then so I was talking about sold. So you can go look and see what has sold. So a strategy for being able to gift something for a lower shipping price is to see what people already bought, who already bought, and then you can gift something to them out of the buy it now, and then your shipping will either be free or reduced depending on how much they bought already. So that's another strategy. So if you're going into shows that are in the same category that you're in and you want some attention, gift either randomly to chat or gift to specific people, and you can gift to someone specifically who already bought something, and then the shipping will be reduced or free. Okay. All right. For envelope, Gibby does a label print. Yes, it prints out on your label printer just like the others. It's just the different direction when it prints, and it looks different. And then you just peel it and stick it on the envelope on the back. Okay. And it also can print a invoice just like other, it just prints it. And I usually just print both the label and the invoice, and I circle, on there who gifted it to them or what they bought. And then it gets sent in that envelope. Okay. All right. So that's that. So if you have any questions about that, and again, I've got the envelope shipping guide pinned there, so you can screenshot that. So the homework, Country Road says, the homework of going into different categories of shows has been hilarious. Oh, I was in a funk pop show the other night, and you're not a funk pop girl. Yeah, Funko. That's what it is, right? Funko Pop. Yeah, me either. So I wouldn't have a clue about it. And so that's been fun, right? So let me tell you what that homework is. So my homework assignment a couple of shows ago, sorry, I'm going to take a drink. So yes, the gifter pays for the shipping if the person hasn't already bought something. And that's why it's nice to gift the envelope stuff, because then it's only 73 cents. But that's why I was saying, if you go into the sold and look who already bought something, they've already paid some of their shipping, right? So you can either buy something for them and pay a little bit of shipping, or maybe it will be free because maybe they've already hit free shipping. So you can gift to someone who already bought stuff by looking in the solds to see who already bought. Okay. And then you pay shipping if they haven't met their free shipping, or you're paying, one of those low cost items that ship in an envelope. Okay. All right. So the homework is to pick 10 unique shows that you've never been in. So a seller you've never seen before, just go out to the For You page, maybe go into a category you don't regularly go into. I don't know. Just pick 10 shows that you've never been to. Have a piece of paper and a pencil handy. And you're going to watch that show, and then you're going to write down, why do I want to stay? Or why do I want to leave? And write it down. Okay, why do I want to stay? Why do I want to leave? And it could be as simple as, I'm not interested in what they're selling, but be honest and really check them out. Check out their bin, check out, what's in their auction tab. Why would I want to stay in this show? And if it's as simple as I'm not interested in anything they're selling, that's different. Maybe you need to do some that you're interested in what they sell. Makes sense, right? But I want you to write those things down because I want you to have some self-awareness about what people are doing that makes you want to stay and what people are doing that makes you want to leave, so that you can think of things you need to change about how you're doing your shows. Does that make sense? So that's the homework assignment. And report back. Tell us what you've discovered. Okay, so Country Roads is just saying it was fun and hilarious because she's never been in that kind of show. But did it give you some insights about what they do? So a Funko Pop show is probably, in order for them to be successful, because Funko Pops are kind of a dying trend, but people still collect them, they're going to have some high energy and be fun, because they're going to need to still sell something that's kind of a lower trend item now, but still is collectible. But they're going to need to have a lot of fun, make the chat fun, make the show fun, show things in a way that people are really going to want to buy from them, just to buy from them, if that makes sense. Okay. So Gma Surf Stop, definitely interesting. I stayed because I thought the voice was soothing. See, there's some people on here that sell, and I swear that is why they're successful. They have an amazing velvety voice, and people like it, and they come just to listen. There's some sellers like that, and they're successful. Maybe you don't have a velvety smooth voice, so that's not going to work for you, right? I don't know. But, and I'm not suggesting you get a voice changer to do your shows, but you know. Good morning, Moxiana. How are you? All right. So that is the homework thing I was talking about. All right, let's talk about the other thing I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to highlight an update that was done recently that you may not be aware of. You're doing fabulous, good, fabulous, awesome. So when you add items to Buy It Now, you now have the ability to add what are called variants. So I'm going to go into the Buy It Now and pretend like I'm going to add an item. Okay, so I'm in my Buy It Now and I'm going to add an item. So I just click the little plus sign, create quality listing. And of course that means I need a picture. So I'm just going to grab something out of the pictures on this device. And then I'm going to say that this item is a sticker so that I can show you how to add that for sure. So we're going to choose sticker. So this is a really cool sticker of that. And then we're going to give it a title, give it a nice title, and then just a nice description. Okay. And then quantity, I want to have more than one of these. So I'm going to say that there's 30 of them. Okay. So 30 of these stickers are available. Now, let's say that I have 30 available and that 10 of them are green, 10 of them are red, and 10 of them are blue. So right underneath where I just put the 30, see that quantity? There's a drop down for variants. So I'm going to click that and it allows you to put in variants. So I'm going to title number 1 green and say that there's 10. I'm going to title number 2 blue and say that there's 10. Then I'm going to add another one because I have a third category. So that popped up for me. And I'm going to call the next one red and that there's 10 red items. And then I just hit, then you just can go back. So now the variants are filled in. See that? There's 10 greens, 10 blues, 10 reds. So you can now put variants in for items in your Buy It Now. That's huge, right? So if you make things like, for example, our friend in here that makes the dog bandanas. If you want to be able to put some in your Buy It Now and do the different patterns, and you have the option to call that variant whatever you want. Okay? So it can be, the red apples could be number 1, green trees number 2, blue clouds number 3, and however many you have of each one of those. Okay, and then you put your price in. You do have to have something that's the same price. They don't have options now for different pricing depending on the variant. So it is all the same price, but they get to pick the variant they want. Okay, so that is how you do variants. Any questions on variants? And it is only a Buy It Now option, and it really doesn't make sense for live auction items because you're just showing and asking which one they want, right? But for Buy It Now, it's awesome to be able to offer that. All right. Any questions about variants? Can you link the variant to a specific photo? No. So you would put photos in of the different ones and they can choose, they look at the pictures and they go, I want the red one. Okay. So they just choose it off the list. But that may be coming. Okay. And because you can do that in your regular buy it now during live auctions, you can also do that for items that are in your shop, in your main profile. So if you want to make sure it's available in your main profile as well, just make sure that the option to have it reserved for live is turned off. And then it will be available in your main shop and in any shows you assign it to. Okay. So I tell people, make sure you play with listings when you're adding. Make sure you look at every single field and understand what every field means, so that when you create a listing, you're putting it where you want it, when you want it. Does that make sense? So if you want it to be something available 24/7 in your main profile marketplace shop, make sure that that reserve for live is turned off, because then it's available 24/7. And you can also assign it to shows, bring it into a show if you want to. Okay, let me show you how to import. Okay, so let's say you're doing a show and you have a listing that someone asked for, but you hadn't already put it in your show. Okay, yeah, variant might work for necklaces. Yeah. Okay, so let's say you want to import something. Okay, so I'm doing a show and someone says, hey, do you have such and such? And I'm like, hey, yes, I do. But I don't have it loaded in here, but you have it as a listing. So you're in your buy it now, right? Or your auction, either one, depending on what it is. So you just click the add button. And instead of creating a listing, look at that bottom one. Import from inventory. Okay, we're going to import a listing I already have. If it's an active listing, your active items are going to come up first. That's the first option. Then we've got drafts or inactive. So if it's an active item, let me just find something that I don't have in this show. Okay, so these Hello Kitty toothbrush sets, I don't have them in this show. I'm going to click next to it. It's an active item, and then I just say import. And now if you guys look in my buy it now, the Hello Kitty toothbrushes are now available in my buy it now in this show. It was that fast. So if you have a listing that you already have set up, but it's not in that show, just import it. And you can do the same thing with inactive listings. As long as they're in stock, you can just import it, as long as they have units available. Okay? Any questions about that? Importing a listing that you already have set up. So that makes it a lot faster than taking time to add a new item, right? Are there written instructions for that? No, but it's super fast and easy. Do you want me to do it again? Okay, I can write it up. So again, if I'm in we're in this live auction, right? I just go to my shop, okay, and I just click the plus button right there, and then import from inventory. So instead of creating a listing, I'm just importing it from inventory. So I click that. It takes me to my listings that are available. Here, I'm inactive right now. I can change this to inactive. And if I change to inactive, it's just going to bring up listings that aren't active. And I can change it right here to in stock, because you're going to want to see the stuff that you actually have units. So I change it to in stock, show results. So these are items that are in stock. They have units on them, just not active. So let me find something that is something I can import. Let's see. Anyone want to buy this Tula Pink Tabby Road? I will sell it to you. I just imported this. It's $89. Anyone want to buy it? Tula Pink Jelly Roll. So I just imported that into the auction. Okay. So there you go. It's that simple. That simple. All right. Hodgepodge told us today in her show how to bundle items for shipping, even if the items are from different shows. Yes, you can do that as long as you haven't already shipped the show, right? So if you have a show the same day or the day before, and a person buys from you 2 times in 2 different shows, you can just have all your shows when you go into shipping, instead of that specific show showing, show all and find the items for that same person. My only caution would be they paid separate shipping. If they were in 2 different shows and paid separate shipping, then technically they paid the shipping. And so they might be a little bit peeved if you bundle it and send them together, and because you can't refund them the shipping they paid. So just keep that in mind if you bundle shipments from 2 different shows. Okay. Let's see. If something is showing in your inventory as sold and inactive, can you change the setting on it to make it active again? Yes. Let me show you how to do that. Okay. So go out to your account and Seller Hub. Okay. You're in your account, Seller Hub. I'm on mobile. It looks different on web. Okay. But on mobile, under Seller Hub, click inventory. Okay. And let's go to inactive. Okay. So we've got inactive items. Here's something that is out of stock. So out of stock item. Just click it, and oh, it's saying that one can't be edited. Let me find something that can be. Let's see. Second, it'll give me a second to find something that I can actually edit. Because this is I sell a lot of fabric, so it's all out of stock. Let me find an item that is not fabric. Those are all giveaways that were, run. Okay, so here's an item that, let's say that I sold that Hello Kitty wallet thing, and then I got another one in stock. So I'm going to click that, and then I'm just going to go down to units. See how it says 0? I'm going to change it to 1, and then I'm going to assign it to a show, and then save. So once you add more units and assign it to a show, then it is now available. Okay, now I don't want to accidentally save that because I don't have another one of those. Okay. Yes. So you can use out of stock items by just doing that, just to add units, but you have to do it in inventory and Seller Hub. You can't do it in your main. So like if you're in your main profile and you're just looking at the shop items that are in your shop that are inactive, it won't let you do it from there. You have to do it in Seller Hub inventory. So Seller Hub inventory. Okay. Let's see. I believe the extra money from shipping stays with Whatnot. It doesn't go back to the buyer. That is correct. And if you message, they will tell you that they don't refund shipping. So that's my only caution on bundling separate orders from 2 different shows, is technically the buyer paid separate shipping. So, yeah. All right. Did that answer both of those questions? Let's see. Yeah, so like on a lower cost one, or if they got bundled shipping for free on both, then you're fine, but if it was two separate shows and then they paid separate shipping, just be cautious about that, so you don't get someone upset that they paid extra. And yeah, I can write down the instructions for how to import from inventory, but it's just a few steps. So as long as you saw that, let me know if you feel like it would be advantageous to have it written down. You could probably look that up in frequently asked questions. Just type in import from inventory, and it will give you the written instructions for how to do that. Let's see. Did I miss any questions? If I did, repeat it. Sorry, I don't have a moderator today, so if I missed something, let me know. So, and yes, I have these shows on YouTube. So everyone look in my show notes. Thanks for reminding me to say that, Michelle. So if you look in my show notes, I've got that little shout out face right there. That's my YouTube channel, Draz on Whatnot. So if you miss part of one of these shows and you want to go back and rewatch it, or you missed the whole show and you want to watch it, just go to my YouTube channel and they're in there under lives and you can rewatch the whole show. Okay. And then I will start disappearing them after about a month or two. I'll go in and delete, just because the algorithms on YouTube, if you're doing mostly lives, the algorithms don't favor you. They favor accounts that have videos. And so I'll probably go in after about a month or two and delete old ones, just so that it's not clogging up my YouTube channel. But yeah, just go to YouTube and you can rewatch them there. So, of course, it doesn't have the interactive documents or anything like that, but you'll hear me talk about things and show things, and you'll be able to, have a reminder of where to look. So, but yeah, one of my things I always say is please screenshot my show notes, because the show notes have, my YouTube channel. It has those 4 bullets that have the information about where to get help on Whatnot. So make sure you take a screenshot of the show notes so you can refer back to that as well. Okay. Let me pin my top 10 tips sheet in case someone wants to. And I have a giveaway in here, you guys. I forgot I had this in here. I found a couple of extra Whatnot stickers, so I'm going to run a giveaway. So everybody get in. I don't have it sitting here with me. Oh, perfect timing. Heart Up Living is rating with a party of 5. Everybody get in the giveaway. We're giving away one of these Whatnot stickers. Let me show you. It looks like this. It's a vinyl sticker, and it's yellow, the yellow Whatnot logo sticker. So everybody get in that giveaway. This is not a show where we're selling anything, and Whatnot gives those to us, and it will come in an envelope. So I'm only paying 73 cents to send it to you in an envelope. So everybody get in that giveaway, please. I only have 4 entries. Okay. I'm paying the 73 cents. Oh my gosh. I think I can afford that. And Whatnot gave me the sticker to give away. So please get in that giveaway. No reason not to. Who doesn't want a cool Whatnot sticker? Okay. So get in that giveaway. And Heart Up Living rated us. Please give Heart Up Living a follow. Yes, you can put it on your truck window. Exactly. How cool is that? So everybody getting that giveaway. It's a nice vinyl sticker too. It's not a paper sticker. So it's one of the kinds you can put on your water bottle or your window. So it's a good one. You are so welcome. So everybody give Heart Up Living a follow. Tell us when your next show is. And remind everybody what you sell. Tell us how things are going. All right. Everybody in chat, tell me with either a thumbs up or a thumbs down or the face with the line, how you feel about how your shows are going right now. So thumbs up, going great. Thumbs down, not so great. Neutral, the face with the line, you know, is the mouth. Okay. So Ask Grant Jewelry, thumbs up. Okay. Country Roads, thumbs up. Wishbone, neutral. Lighthouse, neutral. Okay. Neutral. Okay. Thumbs up. Okay. So far we are on 1, 2, 3 thumbs up and 3 neutrals. We're even. I haven't gotten any thumbs down. Okay. Mimi's Memories. I'm having a second show tonight, but first was good. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So everybody, please click on Mimi's Memories. And if you're not already following, follow and go out and bookmark her upcoming shows. I've got them bookmarked. So here's Mimi's Memories. Okay. And shows, she's got one today at 6 p.m. Second show. Lots of $3 to $5 starts. Hens on Nest. Those are the cute little like roosters on, or chickens on the little glass ones, right? So cute, cute stuff. Vintage decor. Look at her full shelf of all kinds of goodies. All right, everyone bookmark those 3 shows she has scheduled, please. Awesome. All right, anyone else? Anyone else want to share? Thumbs up, neutral, or thumbs down on how you're feeling about your shows lately? Okay. Mama Sasa says, I have a lot of repeat buyers who buy a lot from me. That's what saves me. Okay. So if you have repeat buyers, that's amazing, right? Because that means they like you, they like what you have. But I'm sensing from you're like, I really need new buyers. Because you always need new buyers because your consistent buyers sometimes get overloaded, go broke, whatever. So how do you get new buyers, right? Well, you get new buyers by joining raid trains. You get new buyers by being interactive and out in the community in other people's shows, buying gifts, gifting to chat, being active in the chat, coming to shows like this. So all those good things. Okay, networking. Thank you so much for the tip, Mimi's Memories. Appreciate that. All right, so do all the things you need to do. Lots of networking so that you can, get some attention from new buyers as well. And I would say you need to be on social media. Okay, so get a YouTube set up, get your Facebook connected, and if you can, start multicasting. I multicast every show to both Facebook and YouTube. And it brings in new people. Okay. Not a ton. I'm in a kind of a niche category, but a couple times a month I get someone that says, I found you on YouTube. I found you on Facebook. And I also post on Instagram and TikTok. TikTok, I have mixed feelings about, but I'll be honest with you, it does bring people in. So if you can stand TikTok, post on TikTok, go live on TikTok and show people what you've got coming up. Another big tip. Okay, I was in one of my shows recently. I told everybody I don't use OBS. I'm thinking about using OBS. I haven't set it up, but I multicast with the multicast tool that Whatnot already has automated. So when you push go live, right before you say yes, you have the option on there to multicast to either Facebook or YouTube or both. So just look at that. Look up the videos that Whatnot has about multicasting. Look up DArchivist's YouTube video about multicasting. You do have to have at least 50 subscribers on YouTube to be able to multicast. And you have to have, I don't remember what it is on Facebook, but it's a lot higher than 50. So depending on if you already have a following. Okay. But the I'm not using OBS right now just because it was really glitchy when I first thought about using it. It's not as bad now. I'm thinking about it. So yeah. So YouTube, you need to type in Draz on Whatnot, all one word. Draz was too short. It wouldn't give you results. So Draz on Whatnot, all one word, is how you find me on YouTube. Okay. And what was I talking about? Now I lost my train of thought. Can you multicast on Android? Someone else answer that question because I'm not sure. Since I use, but I think you can. Anyone else know if you can or can't? All right. Well, what else was I talking about, you guys? So not directly on Android. Okay. So on Android, you're going to have to use OBS. Sounds like. Oh, I was talking about TikTok and other social media accounts. And new customers. How do you get new customers? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, multicasting and social media. Do it. Do what you can to really get your presence out there on other social media platforms. OBS is software that you can use in conjunction with Whatnot. And what it does is it streams your live through that software and allows you to multicast. It allows you to split the screen. If you've ever been in shows where they have a little window showing their face and then the rest of the screen is their hands down with what they're showing, they're using OBS. Or if you've been in a show where they have special effects where they're like, they have when someone buys something or when someone wins something, it sends some cute little graphic across the screen or whatever. So yeah, that's OBS. And there are free OBS softwares that you can use. So yeah, you just have to learn how to use it. Okay. All right. Yeah, Vendu recommends using a second device for multicasts. Yeah, you can, especially if you're doing OBS. You have to have a second one, usually. And then if you're doing, some people are doing live where they have a second device live streaming their show on like TikTok or something, because you can't automatically multicast to TikTok. That's not an option through Whatnot. So yeah. All right. I need to get going. So does anyone have anything else that is a burning thing they need to talk about? Today we talked about two different specific things. We talked about gifting, how to do it, how you should have things in your buy it now that people can buy as gifts, all that, how to look at solds and be able to gift to someone who already bought something. That. Then we talked about variants, being able to add variants. We talked about importing items from your existing inventory into a show so that you don't have to take time to add something. Those are all the things we talked about. So if you want to rewatch this show, if you missed some of that, just go to YouTube. My YouTube account is in my show notes. So you can go subscribe to our YouTube channel, Draz on Whatnot, all lowercase, and you'll find me there. That's my same name on Facebook and on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to go find someone for us to raid. Let's see. So we're going to do something fun and go into Upcycled by Bree. She's huge and she always has fun shows. You can learn a lot about how to do shows from Upcycled by Bree. And sometimes it's a good thing to raid into a bigger seller. So here we go. And you guys have a wonderful day.